Take this, Zenos!
Hey, this is Ray K. The most interesting and the most crazy part for this was the getting influencers on the video. So this is where, and I'll tell you a little bit backstory. So the idea was basically, okay, so 3 years in a row we've done the videos, and what we've learned is that most people don't really remember the video. So we want to make sure that we use this video to connect with a lot of influencers. And of course, in ClickFunnels group, we wanted to connect with a lot of 2 Club, 2 Club X nominees, people who have businesses that are working well, because there's 2 things we're offering. One is, of course, sales videos, explainer videos that we help basically to create sales pitches. So if somebody has one, we create to tell the story in a way that's captures people and audience's attention and gets them to buy. And then the other part is the traffic. We partnered with a traffic company that do just advanced targeting and really just focusing with the AI help, and artificial intelligence help to get the right people to your funnels, right? So these are the 2 things, and that's what we want to work with all these influencers. And the way I thought about it was like, okay, so we have this video. How can we put people into this video? How can we connect? So one thing would be, of course, connecting to them and saying, hey, would you like to be featured in the video? And that gets the conversation going, right? So the idea was basically, okay, so how we can do that? And then, this is where the creativity comes from. Like, how can we do this? Well, I'm going to be putting myself in the video in the first place, right? And then the second thing is I can get everybody else to do it. So who I'm after, all right? So in the first... actually, let's watch the video.
Hey, funnel hackers, this is Ray K, the explainer.
I have something really serious I gotta tell you about Russell Brunson and
how to use social media.
Let's do it!
Live from the cruise.
And today I'm gonna share with you
the perfect funnel system.
And I'm excited.
Entertain, educate.
Today we're gonna talk.
Okay, so you can see all these people that we got was the people that are really, all of them have 2 Club or 2 Club X award. They also are well known. Their names are well known, and this is the backstory of how we got it. So of course we wanted to go to people like, first of all, Brian Delaney, right? So he's really good at creating offers and funnels. So he's one of the top super affiliates in ClickFunnels. And he knows the stuff, right? So we wanted to get him. Then I want to get, of course, Brian, Brendan, and Kaylin Paulin. So they also are 2 Club X awards winners. And, that's what the first people that I was thinking of. Okay, so who's really the best of the best in the industry, in ClickFunnels community that people are following and they know about them, right? So these are the people that I started to connect. And of course, the one thing I did was I went, because there was a really close time to the event, I said to Dave and Russell, hey, so here's the idea we have about, all these people is, show phone falling down, hitting ground, right? Like I didn't show, it was actually, if I can show you, it wasn't the image, it was this. And probably it will be easy if I use this. Yeah, so it wasn't the film picture, but it was Facebook Live, just a sketch, and we say show phone falling down, hit the ground, and then the screen shows Kai and Facebook Live still going. Facebook Live icon is in the screen, and some comments saying, Ray, what happened? Where did you go? What just happened, right? So that was the idea, and we said we will use some intro with disappearing effects, some other influencers disappearing videos here. So we just showed from the Avengers Infinity War, we just took a scene where Bucky is disappearing. So I had this idea of, a lot of people that I could connect, and maybe even, I could get 50, just get them on the wall, like in the big wall, a video wall where everybody's going to be like disappearing, or every other one. So, and I also said to Russell and Dave, said, because I wanted to connect with them, to all those people, I said, well, guys, you can maybe do an intro, but if you want, I can just take care of them, and then, I'll give you the names, so you can run saying, yeah, this one, or not, or no to this one, and then we'll just grab them, and I'll connect, so you don't have to worry about it, right? So they said, okay. And now I was really just focusing on getting them on. So what I used to do always really good at was Dream 100. Dana Derricks talks about it well, but I actually mastered this way before I knew anything about it. And the way I did it was just always connecting, providing value, being on the radar, and just whenever the time comes, I can then plug myself in. So, of course, getting influencers of the video. So my clients, one of my clients is Anthony Morrison. Of course, I connected with him. His brother was actually filming, and I had this video where they were actually filming with Ty Lopez, Anthony Morrison, and Andrew, I think it's called. No, can't remember. I'm not really good with names. And of course, Brandolini. So I connected with them before. I, of course, had conversations with them, etc., etc. So that's where you get like your warming up. And then I had this idea. Okay, so who can I also get on the video? And I had this idea of Brendan Bouchard and Dean Graziosi. And because when you put your mind to it, it will always shows up. So I'm like, okay, how do I get Dean Graziosi? I'm going to get Dean Graziosi somehow, all right? So I saw on Facebook somebody posted this and says, then the Dean Graziosi team is trying to change the world. I'm like, okay, who's this Tanner? And because he's in the 2 Comma Club Award, name is written there. How can I, and I searched for him because I was always, seeing maybe some post from somebody, and I would connect with somebody that I would feel that is aligned with whatever we do, and we can help them, or somehow there's synergy there. And of course, I connected with Tanner before, and I searched, I didn't know his name, but I searched on Facebook, who's this Tanner? And I'm like, oh my God, he's in my Facebook friends, okay? So I'm now connecting. I didn't ever speak with him, but I connect and say, hey, Tanner, do you actually have do you have connections with Dean Graziosi? Like, is the partnership or anything like that? He says, well, this is actually, I'm a marketing manager for him and also a nephew. I was like, oh my God, would it be possible to get Dean Graziosi on the video? Saying things, because all these custom videos were actually made for us. It was made specifically saying specific things, and I'll show you the video that we sent them, the email where we sent them to describe that. Okay, so I started getting Dean Graziosi, and I remember there was a conversation with Russell. Actually, Russell's was telling a story where somebody like trying to get somebody on their podcast or something like that, and they would go to somebody and say, like, hey, we're doing this thing or launch, participate in this, and most people said no. Then he got Dan Kennedy or somebody like that on the list, and then he would basically went through all the people that said no to him, said, hey, we actually have Dan Kennedy on, being as a partner. Would you like to be part of this, right? So I remember that story, and I basically used the same thing. So people who didn't reply to me, maybe maybe they didn't, get in time, or maybe they didn't have the time. I said, hey, we have Dean Graziosi now, do you want to be part of this, right? So we got a lot of people, and the reason I'll tell you why I got this guy.
Hey, what's up? It's Billie Jean. Remember, entertain, educate, and Hey, what's up? It's Billie Jean. Remember, entertain.
Okay, so you see, like, this is what type of videos they sent us, and there was a reason to do that. So how do I got Billie Jean, which I didn't have any intentions of getting because I didn't know really that, you know, he would be the guy to be in the video. But then we got Vince Reed, Billie Jean. We got we actually wanted to get Chris' record, but he didn't actually see the message in time. And the reason I got them is because once, like probably a couple years ago, I did an interview that I also, you know, sold myself on being on that show, was with Josh Felber, and he has the show Making Bank, right? So, you know, season 2, episode 41 with Ray Kapuska, Ray K. So I had, you know, this call with him, and we talked about it. So, like, that's how you know, get with people and really provide value, of course, but also get connections and everything else. So now at this time, I came to him and say, hey, Josh, I want to be, of course, in the video, right? Because, you know, you did the favor for me. I'm going to do a favor for you. I want to feature you. And then who else do you think is really best in this community? And he said, you know, Anthony Morrison, Vince Reed, and Billie Jean. So, like, can you help me to get those, right? And you know, that's when we really got started, because that's how you use connections. That's how you use your network, and this is how you use your Dream 100 to really build yourself up and get to this place where you can, you know, get a lot of people, big names, connected to you, you know, send you the videos. So this is actually the email that I said, you know, hey, Billy, this is actually to Billie Jean. And, you know, the email I sent was Josh Felber at Funnel Hacking Live video, because Josh Felber sent him a message, right? So it says, thanks for agreeing to do this for this year's Funnel Hacking Live. This video will be epic at Funnel Hacking Live, and we want to feature you in it. Need a 10 seconds video from you. Here's an instruction, what we need to do from you. You can shoot with the iPhone camera, no problem. We just need brighter light, so daytime and in the bright room or outside, constant light. Here's the instruction how to film it. I actually include that video below. We have some cool guys: Dean Graziosi, Brian Delaney, Josh Felber, Trey Llewellyn, Jim Edwards, and others. So here's the Jim Edwards examples, what you need to send, and here's what we need to what to film. Okay, we would love for you to wear your branded T-shirt and use your name and tagline. Hi, my name is Billie Jean from, and I'll show you. So you're saying, you know, one saying your tagline. Second is then you stop in the middle of like something happening with your body, and you're seeing yourself or your hands fading away, right? Like Infinity War. Here's the scene. And that's simple email I pretty much send to everybody. If you have any questions or want more guidance, let me know. You know, Ray Kapuska, Facebook. Okay. And then, of course, you know, we got people, you know, and this is like the most important people that I went after. So getting influencers in the video. Dean Graziosi, of course, the most important, because he was speaking at the event. I wanted, this is Vince Palco, who actually created the comic book itself. So he's the one that built the comic book and the graphics, you know, how it looks, the comic book. So of course, you know, I want to include him, because, you know, that's a nice gesture from me too. You know, gives me points with him. Jim Edwards, of course, you know, he's a funnel script guy, so he's a really good he's really great copywriter, helping people, you know, not only write copies but also creates software that builds the copies for you. I included the link below. Billie Jean, we have him, and I saw a lot of videos of him, but like I never had any connection with him, so that was a really nice way for me to introduce myself and really, you know, getting known by him. Josh Felber, of course, Brian Delaney, Vince Reed. So Vince Reed, again, I don't know anything about him, but, you know, as you can see, there's 2 Comma Club Award, there's his book, his what is it called? Except my ads, it doesn't. I don't know. Trey Llewellyn, he was in the cruise on the cruise ship. So he did this on his bed. I met with these guys in London after that, but they were just traveling with their daughter and to London's fashion show. So they just created this in the airport. Right? It's one family. Rachel, because she was admin and she's admin of ClickFunnels groups, of course, I want to have good points with her and, really, have connections. So I basically connected with her, to do that. And I actually featured her with a voiceover because she said, I love everything about ClickFunnels. So I asked, can you do a voiceover for us for the part where it says, I love it, Russell, I'm into her. So this is where, also you can really just connect people to the right message and help them to, be louder or voice their, how they feel about it. And of course, I wanted to get a couple of people. So one, I actually know Brendan Bouchard from 2008, where I met Russell Brunson at the same event. So I wanted to get him, and Josh actually wanted to help me to get him, but just couldn't in time because it was a weekend and just, the last day, and pretty much just before the last day, because I got all these amazing people, right? I'm like, how you better shoot for the moon, right? So I'm like, Dave, can we get Grant Cardone on the call? And it was like a couple of days left, and it was like, nah, maybe it's just too late, but probably I could have gone it too. If you really just put your mind on something, you can actually achieve that. But just to give you an idea, like this is how it becomes from just, having a simple video then to like really, really project that you connect so many things in place. And I'm showing you the behind the scenes, how you actually do that. Okay, so this is getting influencers on the video. And again, this is the most important lesson: is it's not about you. It's not about me. It's not about me in the video. It's not about me, creating something and getting all these people. It's about really just having a big cause, gathering people with the community, and showing that this is actually to benefit all of them. It's promotion for them. It's amazing video, great video, and also it enhances the video itself. So you really want to see how can you improve, how can you make everything better for everybody, and and everybody has to win. That's the most important thing, and that's how you get a lot of people. That's why all these charities. That's why there's a lot of causes attract a lot of celebrities, because they want to be part of that. And when you present the right way, when you present the opportunity and you invite people to be part of something bigger than just making money and just creating business, but really influence and creating a change, that's when they sign up. And if it's aligned with what they want, what they going after, it'll be easy for you also to do that. So that's getting influencers on the video.
Take this, Zeta!